All right, hey, we're live, touching the end of the sunset. Like I didn't plan on this, so I was like, "Whoa, we can chit chat, chit chat." Let me just get my bearings here. Hi, everyone, whoever's coming in. Um, ugh, let me just get my drink of water. It's very hot here today. Um, I'm in the 90s. I'm in the 90s tomorrow. Hold on, people. Wonderland Alice, hi. Just bear with me. This is kind of like a last minute thing. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, where are my glasses? Shoot. Okay, there they are. Give me 1 second. Glasses, check, check. Okay. What can I zoom in? Hold on. There we go. Happy Applebrooks. Heavens to Betsy. Ugh. Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for sharing the beautiful. It's the end of it. I know. I wish the sun was so big and round, like it always is. But I just couldn't drive fast enough. Couldn't drive fast enough. I'm surprised I didn't get a ticket. Kindness for all. How are you? Out of the shadows with Ginger. You always lose your glasses on my head. Have you ever been looking for your glasses? And not only do you find these are readers, one set of readers on your head, but two sets of readers on your head with a pair of sunglasses. And I had a job once where I had a patient and their readers were on the table and I was doing an assessment, triage, and I grabbed her glasses and stuck them on my head. She's like, "Can I have my glasses back?" And I'm like, "Oops." Yeah. My daughter said to me over the weekend, she goes, because the readers, after a while, they get loose, they fall off your head and they're cheap. But she's like, "Why don't you get one of those things that hold your glasses around your neck?" And I'm like, "Never, never. I will when I'm hiking. Those are like the is it called croquis? But not the lady pearl things that hold your glasses around your neck." Hello from San Francisco, Empress. Hello, Lollipop. Hi, Mandy. Um, I've been to San Francisco a few times. Loved it. Hung out down at the piers, Alcatraz. Went to Muir Woods. And I'll tell you something. I know the great granddaughter of Mr. Muir. The Redwood Forest was, oh my God. You just go over the bridge, and it's not that the San Francisco Bridge is not that far. But I know his great granddaughter lived the next town over for me, and her grandfather was my mechanic. So, Davida, I just saw your email. What a lovely email. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that my Boston accent reminds me so much of your dad. It was really a nice email. Thank you. Loved it. What accent? Look at people. I just read in the news tonight. I haven't been watching the news lately or reading on my app, my local news. Boston has been rated one of the top five, drum roll, rudest cities in America. Now, a couple of years ago, we were voted number one in the sexiest accent. Okay. Yeah, I think somebody was a little intoxicated when they were doing that survey, tallying that up. We are in the top five. They didn't say if we were number one or number three or four, along with Memphis. Oh, what else? Memphis, which I was surprised. Boston. What were the other three states? Don't remember. But the friendliest were out in the Midwest, down the southern Midwest states. hmm But we are the rudest in. They dinged D-I-N-G. They dinged us on road rage and not stopping for pedestrians crossing the road. And my daughter and I are always joking, when especially when people are jaywalking. 50 points, 50 points. We're just joking. We wouldn't hit them, but I'm sorry, like Bostonians jaywalk all the time. Well, I've seen people in Boston stop for a crosswalk. I was in Boston all day, half the night yesterday, but they didn't mention that, so I think they need to redo their survey. That and not being nice, not acknowledging strangers. Oh, New York was on the list too. So Memphis, New York, Boston, and I forget the other two. Maybe LA. I don't know. So you should be driving in Boston. Yeah. So my daughter, she gets nervous sometimes when she's a good driver. She did very well yesterday. She drove in. She's got a new car, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'll drive everyone in." And I say this to anyone visiting Boston: if you get lost, just keep going straight. Don't put your brakes on ever, ever. The next street you find, take that street. It will always lead you to where you need to go, but never put your brakes on when driving through the city. Hey, Mass Pooper, good to see you. I liked your last video, the Vodka Man thing. It was cute. You love a good Boston accent. Those Wahlberg brothers. Yeah, I know one of them. I know one of the Wahlbergs. Mm-hmm. I know James. Yep, I know him pretty good. Um, uh, love your community post. Which one? Kindness. Which community post? I posted, Lisa, hi. I posted the one about Lisa D. Was it Lisa D? I get confused. Lisa H, Lisa D, Lisa this. With Mummy Ramblings, the sun's okay tonight. Kind of cloudy, but going after her profession. So I already addressed it yesterday with MRB. And if anyone out there is going legal about this, please let me know, and I will fly out to wherever you are to support you. I have the time. Hey, Carla, how are you? And if I end up going legal, I will let you all know if anyone wants to show up, or you don't have to, but I can hold my own. But if anyone is to the point where enough is enough, and I think we're all at that, let me know um, your court date, and I will certainly be there to support you. Hi, Yvette. Good to see you. Carla, how have you been? How's your summer? It's going by fast. Although, it was a nice summer as far as it didn't go by quickly as I thought it did. Um, I did a lot. Um, the weather wasn't too bad. A couple of heat waves, but better than winter. That's all I can say. Why is my car shaking? Come on. I don't have the radio. Do I have the radio on? Let me put it in neutral and e-brake on. see if that stops the shaking. No, I can't unplug it because I have to charge my phone. So I have to keep the car on. Yeah, I had a good summer. I mean, it was tough these past couple of months with my mom, but overall, um, a lot of self-reflection, getting in tune with nature and um, getting to know bunny rabbits and squirrels and hummingbirds, and I really enjoyed it. I did. And not filling my head with the stress of, because I did leave my job to take care of my mom. Um, so it's been cathartic for me, to be able to have that chance to self-reflect, and as we all should, and love ourselves a little bit more because we deserve it. Hey, buddy cat. She thinks she is the velo, okay, velociraptor. What's that? A dinosaur? Hippopotamus. Sorry, hippos. You've been decorating for fall all day. Yeah, they got Christmas stuff out. Isn't it sick? Once I hear Christmas music, that last year I heard it before Halloween. The day before Halloween, the convenience store up the street for me was playing Christmas music, and they play it 24/7 until the day after Christmas. Can you imagine working there? The day before Halloween, they started Christmas music. Not Thanksgiving, Halloween. And the guy that owns the store doesn't even celebrate Christmas. Yes, I put Davita Lane's, and someone can drop her link, certainly, if you're modded, in my description under my live stream from last night, and also Gray Hughes. I'm not sure if Florida Gray has a channel because I couldn't find it. Does anyone know? Does she have? I know she's enjoys art. Does she have a channel? Because I can certainly post it if I knew where it was. It's windy. There's storms coming through here. It's getting kind of cloudy all of a sudden. David, I say, Mass Poofer, are you talking in code? David, there's Davita's channel. Thank you. Dang it. David S.A. Dang it. Mm, text me. No, no, don't text me. I'm live. Oh, you were trying to post the link. A for effort. A for effort, spoof. You love the home tours. Who does home tours? I certainly don't. So, this is my thoughts on MRB. And now, when I saw that post, I only logged onto YouTube once today. Um, and I saw that post. That was it Nana Patty that shared it. What is this thing about going after people's professions? That's real life. And along with it comes slander, harassment, and there's internet law. And I put it on my community page. I explained that in my community post. And the people are done with this. We want to move forward. And if you keep poking and poking and poking, and I'm surprised no one's gone legal yet. Um, if I were a rambler at one point, which I never have been, I know I still would have gone legal a long time ago. Even as much as a stay away order, restraining order. So I would say for you ladies out there um, who are still being bothered, forget the cease and desist. Go straight for the no contact order. There's enough proof out there that you will get it. You don't need to spend money on a cease and desist. Don't look up the ones online that are free. They're not legally binding. But if someone does not go by the cease and desist, then that's an avenue that you can use to get a no contact order. But with all the proof that's out there and the harassment, the slander, you can get one. You can get one. Just go to your courthouse. Yes, Wonderland. Everyone wants to move forward and enjoy our lives. You should not be harassed for leaving an online community. Absolutely not. There is internet law. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. And if you were living in the UK or Australia, you would have been shut down a long time ago. Your channel in charge, in charge. Because they're very, very strict in Australia and England. I don't know about other countries, but those two countries, you ever wonder why you never find drama channels from England and Australia? If you do, let me know, but they take it seriously. They don't allow it. Life is way too short. Way too short. Yeah, mean girl, I'm so sorry. I heard I heard that you lost your daughter. I am so terribly sorry. I've been thinking about you. We've all been praying. Um, some words are hard, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes we don't know what to say, and all I say is, I'm so sorry. I don't understand what it's like in your situation, but I want you to know that I'm very, very sorry. Life is way too short, especially when you get to my age. Oh, Davida, I was just talking about that with somebody. The older you get, the faster it goes, right? Do you get to the point where, like, when you reflect back to your memories and you tell your kids or your partner, do you remember a year ago we went here and saw that concert? And they'll be like, last year? Yeah, last year, or maybe 2 years ago. No, why don't you try 7 years ago? Really? Really? I struggle with that. I'm not a very, I'm a good historian as far as facts and memory, but time-wise, chronologically, time, forget it. I'm the worst. Thank you, Pink. I've been thinking and praying for you. No words are necessary. I truly felt the love and support from everyone. Love is a strong force. Yeah, it's my biggest fear, the main girl. It's my biggest fear. And, you know, you know what I mean? And by the way, everyone, August 31st is International Overdose Awareness Day. And in the month of September, I don't know if it's international or national, but it's Recovery Month. So if you're driving around your town or city and you see little purple flags in the grass in front of City Hall or a park, those are the amount of lives lost in your town or city of those who lost their courageous battle with substance abuse. And I plan to go live. I'm trying to find last year, God, a town I went to, they didn't have anything on the 31st. It was the first year they did that, and I drove all the way there. But I'll at least go to a place where I know there are flags, um, and go live from there. And maybe, um, read from the big book. We're going to offer up prayers and remember those who've lost their lives. to substance abuse. Cornelia, how are you? Yes, we recognize the losses every day, but August 31st is the international, where we think about everybody, not just our loved ones, but to all those who've lost their lives. Hi, Satire. Look at the sky, looks ominous, very ominous. Usually it's beautiful up here. What's happening here? It's like an omen in the sky. It's not, I think it's going to rain. It's not that often I get a lousy sunset up here. Casbat, how are you? Casbat. Whoa, Casbat, your video on social media effects on people was spot on. Was spot on. Everyone go look at it. Drop your link, Casbat. I have researched, no, I'm not a scientist, but I play one on YouTube. Um, Social media, the toxicity of social media, the effect it has on adults and children. And I've been looking into it, looking at the data for, well, I say a couple of years. It could be 3 years. I don't know because I'm really crappy at time, like going back and saying how long. Um, and once in a while, I do have a talk about it on my channel, and it is just, it is dangerous for adults, but can you imagine the effects of social media toxicity, um, even without the drama, just the likes, getting used to the likes, the dislikes, and with younger children with developing brains. So if social media toxicity can change the brain of an adult, their brain thinking patterns, can you imagine what it does to a child with a developing brain? It is dangerous. So bravo to you, Casbat. Really, you nailed it. You nailed it. And you were utterly honest about your own experience, you know, of being a shithead at times. And I truly, truly, I was humbled. I'm like, look at this. She's utterly honest. And you recognized it. And kudos, truly. And I've watched that video like 4 times. Um, I love it so much. I'm going to watch it a fifth time and a sixth time. And I think I posted it on my community page. It should be going viral. Bye, Mass Spook. Thanks for coming in. You're not ashamed to be me. Mistakes are to be learned. Yes. Yes. And how humbling when we can, anyone, when we're at fault for something, to step forward to own our mistakes, be accountable, responsible. And, you know, this, you know, the OGs, we went through this phase where everyone was apologizing to each other. But if you're going to apologize, words aren't enough. Show us that you're sorry. Change your behaviors, you know? Sometimes when I see, like, who played the video? Was it Buddy Cat? A two-scooter chick leaving a message for Moo and and I didn't do that. And I'm like, do they know what they sound like? And maybe I sound the same. I don't know, but come on, ladies, especially the older ladies, do better. Do better. That's all. Just do better. Two gaslight chick. Oh my God, yes. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but like Dr. Phil would say, why do we laugh at something like that? Because it's so outrageous. Oh my gosh, I like that. And the movie is free on YouTube, Gaslight. It's from 1957, I think. You will love the movie. I've got to post it in my community link. I've seen it like 3 times. It is really a good movie, Gaslight. It's a classic, classic movie. She'd be a nasty. Nasty. Sorry, I just got an email about your inspection sticker is due by the end of the month. Oh yeah, that's in 2 days. Thank you to my insurance company. Um, it is a great movie, yeah. If I ever get like that, I get a full-on permission to call my internet company and shut me off. What is it? What's the cable company's name? No, sorry. Do better. We all can do better. Even I can do better. Rosie, hi. What did Rosie write? Oh my God, she was mocking Nana Patty about her meds. Really? In public? In public? I want to tell her off so bad, but I am above that good girl. Oh my God. Well, see that you gotta kind of laugh about it. You know you're old when you start talking about your medications, you know. So if she's mocking her meds, I'm surprised she won't. She'll probably start mocking her bowels, because that's what elderly people do. It isn't like, oh, how was your weekend? Have you read any good books? No, it's like, how's your bowels? How's your bowels today? You know, I got this kink in the side of my stomach. I don't know what I did, Rose, but I turned over in bed and I thought I broke a rib, you know? So you gotta kind of look at it this way. Yeah, okay, so you're mocking her for meds, but that's what elderly people, if they're gonna pick on you for your meds, come on. They've already got one foot in the grave. Sorry, but that's life. That's what the elderly do. American Justice League, hello, Nightmare. And if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Elderly are fixated on their BMs. Yes, bowel fixation, exactly. Exactly. They will exchange tips. Have you tried, Mabel? Have you tried the milk of Mag with the prune juice and warm it up in the microwave for about 11 seconds? Have you tried a cup of tea, warm tea? How's the hemorrhoids, Mabel? Are they still hurting you? Is it uncomfortable for you? Have you gotten a warm heating pad and just planted your ass on it? Oh my God. Yeah. It's okay. Thank you, Antimone. The sun kind of disappointed, but not too bad, considering behind me is completely ominous. So, and also, you're old when you start putting out a candy dish in your house. How many of you have started to put out a candy dish? And then when you find yourself doing it, you're like, oh my God, I'm just like my mother. I'm putting, or I'm like my Aunt Mary, or my Auntie Gladys, my great Auntie Gladys. I'm just like her. I'm putting out the candy dish. Your parents have one now? Yeah. Yvette, not yet. Hi, Florida Gray. Florida Gray, do you have a channel? You're old, but you don't do that? That's pretty good. That shows good self-awareness on your part. I used to put the candy dish out. And I also have a dish of charms, not the cereal, um, little pendants, um, stained glass crucifixes. So anyone, and it was in a beautiful angel dish. Oh my God, it was so gorgeous. So anytime my kids' friends would come over, they could pick a charm. Um, and some of them were cute, little miniature frogs. Um, Shauna, hi, how are you? Mandy has an empty dish. She eats all the candy. Nana Patty, guess I'm old because I have a candy dish. I do too, but I just haven't filled it lately. The kids are older now when you don't get as much company. But when the company comes, I fill it up. Did Florida? Hey, Joanne. Nice to see you again, Joanne. I'm sorry about the loss of your father. I know she recently lost her dad, and I'm very sorry about that. Did Florida lady? No, you don't have a channel. So I heard that you like art, painting. Have you ever thought about creating a channel, a YouTube channel? They said it would be fun. Yeah, start a YouTube channel. It'll be fun, they say. Use the same candy dish that was a wedding gift 38 years ago. TC. That's great, though. Glowstick candy corn is out in my dish. I love it. I used to love candy corn, but when you get older, your taste buds do kind of change. And now it just tastes like wax, flavored wax. I used to eat that till I would get sick. I like what I still eat are the pumpkins, the candy corn pumpkins. And you can buy a whole bag of just the pumpkins. Does anyone in England or another country, do you have candy corn? I, I almost sent a box of all these different candies to a past subscriber of mine until I got to the post office and it was $70 to mail it. And I'm like, for candy. So I never did. And she said she understood, but she never came back to my channel. I won't mention her name. And I've always felt bad about that. I really have. Like really bad. She won a contest. She got the pink merch party pack. I didn't realize international mail was so expensive and it was a good sized box. I even tried to put it in another box. So I got the price down from close to $100 down to 70 and I just couldn't do it. Lori, hi. British Chippy. Oh my God. No, no. Yes, British Chippy, you busted me. To this day, I feel horrible. To this day. Oh my God, I am so turned red. The wax lips used to taste so good. I'm still late sending a US friend a UK chocolate care package. It's about a year overdue. Oh, don't be daft. Well, maybe they'd come down in price. Like, mm, I would love to send someone from another country candy from here that you all don't have. I see videos on YouTube of people trying candies from other countries, and it looks like so much fun. Necco wafers, I never liked them, Antimo. Never. Ugh, never. I can still taste them. British Chippy, how are you, honey? British Chippy was the one that I didn't send the care package. She busted me. I didn't even think you still watch my channel. Of course, it's my thoughts. Remember, Pink always talks about they're just thoughts. Doesn't make it true. Here's an example. Here's an example. My thoughts are wrong. Hear that, Merb? My thoughts are wrong. I just got busted. Black licorice. I like black licorice. My granny used to get me those wafers. Oh, I don't like them. Candy cigarettes. They don't sell them here anymore. I hate my crazy life. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Sky is beautiful. Actually, it's turning out pretty cool. Not bad. I've seen better, but it looks like cotton candy tonight. The other night looked like a creamsicle ice cream. British Chippy as well. You went away for ages, and I come in every now and then to check you now. Oh, thank you. I miss you. You're like one of my OGs. We've been through a lot. The OGs, we've all been through a lot. British Chippy, do you still follow Molly Golightly? I haven't watched her in 2 years. She's changed, huh? I used to parody her. People have asked me, can you parody Molly again? I go, what's the parody? She's horrible. Aw, I miss you too. Thank you. She's horrible. She's not even entertaining anymore. She used to be a little outrageous. That's why I parodied her. That's what brought me to YouTube. I found her and I'm like, not Chris Watts. Molly Golightly. Never even heard of Chris Watts. I heard of Molly Golightly before I heard of Chris Watts. So, uh, yeah, you look back, mean girl, like what we all been through on YouTube. And when we used to think the worst thing that you could be called was a garbage person. You garbage people by Molly Golightly. We were like clutching our pearls. Right? She's so mean. To the left, to the left. And if you were missing a tooth, oh my God, she would put you down. Don't you ever show up to my meet and greets if you are missing a tooth. We thought she was horrible. Like that was the worst that would happen back then. Yeah, right, main girl? And now look at the place now. People doxing, going real life, threatening to kill each other, like and then if you're, some creators are even eating their own, you know what I mean? It's like, they don't even appreciate their subscribers and they're eating their own subscribers and their channels are tanking. And yeah, so I haven't followed Molly in 2 years. I've seen some clip channels and I'm like, she's put on some weight, which hey, it's okay. But she went through all that surgery and all that plastic surgery, the sleeve, the gastric sleeve, for what? You know, it's unfortunate. We are the OG face palm group. The candy cigarettes weren't even chocolate, they had candy powder in them. Ours here were bubble gum. The candy cigarettes were bubble gum. Hey, Joan. Nice to see you. Lisa H. Yeah, look at. We all know that every single one of the ex-Ramblers are lovely, good people. Okay? For the life of me, someone asked that question. I've heard it before, I've seen it before. Why don't they see it? They do. They do. I can't tell you why they, and no one's saying they have to leave Mommy Ramblings, but people are asking why don't they help her or say something? Or maybe they do behind the scenes, but doesn't seem like it. Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. I'll have to buy some candy now. Talking about all this candy. All the wax bottles with the drink in them. So maybe some are afraid because every time a subscriber of Mummy Ramblings leaves, even though they don't say anything, and even though some of them have made videos that were kind and just saying, look at I just decided to leave and I don't, and didn't put MRB in a bad light. She still went after them. And I think a lot of people are afraid of that. But that's just my thoughts, and my thoughts don't mean it's true. Oh, I'm not, Joanne, honey, I'm not on StreamYards. I'm on my cell phone. I'm sorry about that. Maybe tomorrow night? You want to go live tomorrow night? Tracy, thank you. Thank you so much. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? I can go live tomorrow night if you want to. We can do some, we can chat at first, and then I can either go right into Sexy Trivia Night, which is 18 and plus for all you newbies to my channel. Don't, I know they're gasping. Oh my God. But they're fun. For anyone who's been to my, and it's been a long time, they're fun. They're fun. You will wear the pens, you will be peeing a little bit. Or we can just do trivia, true crime trivia. And it's awesome because I get into the Victorian ages and what their punishments were, whether you were wrapped around a wheel going down the street, and or what's the other one where you were cut? What did they call it? It's like you're diced or something, split, or um, you like trivia. Yeah, and it's also fun facts. It's just not trivia, and everyone's a winner. No losers. So even if you answer wrong, you win. So, Mama Ames, good to see you. Thanks, Denise. And I always say follow Sadhguru, who's a mystic philosopher. I've been following him for years and years, and I truly believe through meditation, which yoga, which means union, um, it has helped me in my journey through life, with self inner engineering, working on myself. Um, I used to be a really horrible person. No, I'm not kidding. No, I wasn't that bad. But no, I've learned, patience. I've learned not to take things so personally, to be so hurt by what people think or feel. And there are still times I'm not perfect, but I will tell you that yoga has helped me immensely, immensely, where my brain no longer is cluttered with tons like that keyboard warrior in my head, that I have a brain of Teflon where my thoughts can slide right off, where I used to have a brain of Velcro where every thought would just stick to my head. Um, so meditation reflection is so important. Yeah, Cornelia, it really is. And I've always been comfortable if I'm ever alone. And that's one thing. If you struggle with being alone, loneliness, um, meditation is so good for that. It really is. Um, and within 2 weeks, I promise you, if you do the breathing exercises, within 2 weeks, I promise you, you will notice that your mind is clearer, is freer. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You will notice a difference. Hey, Wendy, just look into hypnotherapy qualifications in New York. Very interesting. Oh, hypnotherapy is against religion. Oh, I don't know. That's demonic. That's what the church says. It's demonic. I hope you changed your name because you wanted to at Paisley Pumps and not because you feel. Is that the one when someone said, when Merv replied, I hate when people change their name? Don't do that. Come on. That's not nice. Let people don't want to change their name. What's wrong with that? I don't get it. Paisley Pumps. And I appreciate so many of the ex rambles, and I'm saddened that Merv can't see the forest for the trees. Everyone deserves a second chance, but I fear she doesn't see her wrongs. That's, you wrote that very well. Um, an apology goes a long way, acknowledging your wrongs. Um, it goes a long way. People are generally forgiving. And I'm not saying, oh, everyone's going to forgive her, but there's a lot to be said about forgiveness. And it doesn't mean you're going to be friends with that person again, but it does help if the person who's harmed, whoever it is, does acknowledge it. Um, because it puts you, the person who's hurt, in a better light. Because I've always said, when you die or when I die, I want to be remembered for the things I offered people and did for them. I don't want to be remembered and hope to be forgotten about for being a terrible person. That's the legacy. I don't want a legacy that people want to forget me by. I want a legacy that people will remember me for, you know, and every day, and I said it last night, when you wake up every morning, look behind you, sit up on your bed, don't lay down. Look behind you and imagine your mattress is your deathbed, okay? Because tomorrow is not promised. And what you do is you look back on your bed and say, today could be my last day. This could very well be my deathbed tonight. What can I do better today than I did yesterday? It's an exercise that Sadhguru taught that I learned from him. He's funny. He gives examples all the time and has stories of certain people and situations, and some are funny and some are downright like wow. And he's memorable. You don't forget his stories that he tells you, and that's one of them. Is getting up every morning, looking behind you at your mattress, at your deathbed, and asking yourself, what can I do better today than I did yesterday? So try it's inner engineering. It's an exercise. Choose kindness. Yes, I believe that we're all put on this earth. Um, I believe our purpose in life is to help others, um, and that's what matters. I guess BBT is working on her HTTN video, MIA. Yeah, I asked her yesterday if she wanted to come into the North End of Boston with me, but she couldn't. She was bummed because I'm like, bring your kids. Let's come on. I'll be there all day, most of the night. But and I know it was last minute, but I know her kids are. She's got to get her kids ready to go back to school as well. So I always hope one day we would be able to reunite and have a mature discussion, apologize if needed, and defend ourselves. Yeah, Joanne, and you don't even have to reunite. I always say it starts with a discussion, right? It starts with a discussion, and then whatever follows, follows. But yes, British. Paisley Palms, don't you worry, we got you. So it starts with a discussion. If there's no discussion between two people who are fighting or had a falling out or whatever, it takes longer for both people, the harmer and the harmed, to heal. So it's a lose-lose. It's like, why wouldn't you want to discuss it? And it doesn't have to be in public. It can be in private. But there's so much healing, even if it doesn't work out and you still go your separate ways. At least you both gave each other the opportunity to talk instead of going live and the other, just take a link. I've offered Merb a link before. Take a link. Or I'll go over Merb's and take a link, but she's got me blocked. I don't mind going on her channel and taking a link. You know, I'm not going to be ripping her apart and to be like, yeah, it starts with a discussion, an adult to adult discussion. And she's welcome, and Scooter too. Scooter's come in my chat and apologize, but that's not good enough. You got to come up on a link. People need to hear the apology and hear, what can you do better, Scooter, so this doesn't happen again? You know what I mean? So coming in someone's chat just doesn't fly for me. Hey, Kathy. Pink, you are so fair. All is fair and love and more, right? You gotta be fair because people say it all the time. Life is too short. We don't have a long enough life to be unfair. That's how I look at it. It's too short. Scooter doesn't have permission. Oh my goodness, crazy life. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She's in denial, definitely. And somebody wrote a comment, I forget where I saw it, why Scooter, even after Scooter's text messages were exposed against Mummy Ramblings, and Mummy Ramblings was like, I don't care. And someone wrote, uh, she's some people keep their enemies closer, right? They keep their enemies closer. And that is so true. And hey, the burden, Scooter has to be carrying a burden. And we can't tell her what to do. And I'm not going to, oh, you got to leave, you got to leave. No, but I know she's carrying a great burden. And I just hope that as much as Scooter's, I guess, tried to help Merv and is there for a friend, regardless, whatever, that it's reciprocated because we all need that. It's a give and take. If you keep giving to someone, you get nothing in return. That's not a friendship. That's not a union of anything. So I hope that behind the scenes that Merv also too is supporting Scooter in a way that has nothing to do with you two, but just as a friend, you know? Okay, Joanne. Body cat. Merv will never have the guts to speak to anyone face to face. She gets Scooter and someone else to run interference for her. Zero courage, zero responsibility. Yeah. Where are Miss Joanne's? British Trippy, sometimes we have to forgive people that aren't even sorry. Yeah, sucks, but in your own time. Right, in your own time. Can't imagine living in the stress she's in every day, and yet neither of those able bodied adults will get a job. That's a great role model. Yeah, yeah. If Merp could move on, like if I really wanted to be mean, I'd say, keep going, Merp, keep going. Go live, go live 10 times a day and just cut us apart because I know what stress will do to her. Because already she doesn't look, in my opinion, she doesn't look well. She looks exhausted, drained. And I could easily say, no, here I am saying, please try to move on and stop. But if I really wanted to be mean, I would say, no, keep going. Because I know she would get sicker and sicker and sicker. And I don't want that for anyone. I really don't. She looks insane. She doesn't look well. I'm sorry, but even her past videos, I'm not talking about the first video, but her past videos, um, her face is much fuller. And she could say, well, I'm on a diet. It's not a healthy look. It's kind of that thinness, that gaunt look, um, that doesn't reflect someone losing weight. Um, it just it looks stress related. Yeah, Caspat. If Scooter can't see the manipulation, I can't feel sorry for her. She has seen what happens when good people leave. But too, you have to go back to, we don't know what people's lives have been exposed to in the past, what their upbringing was, what their quote unquote normal is. I used to struggle with that, especially when I came to YouTube. I'm like, these people, like, why are they like this? Why do they fight? Why are they loud? Why, why do they put up with this or that? And then it hit me one day that, you know what? We all come from different environments. My normal might not be your normal, and vice versa. You know, a lot of people grew up with parents of alcoholics, of those struggling with substance abuse, um, mental illness, parents with mental illness. Some people grew up with no parents at all. Maybe they were in the foster system. I grew up in a family that was very quiet, that didn't ever argue. It was insane. I used to ask, like, don't you ever fight? Like, come on, all my friends do. Why aren't you? So I think that plays a huge role. And some people are codependent, and that's what they've been nurtured to be, which sounds crazy, right? You think let's nurture, through love, but you know, that's the only answer I can come up with. MRB questioning other people's educational history is a reflection of the lack of her own, and she knows better. Kindness for all, that's also a reflection of her starting to go real life, and I will not tolerate it. And I said it yesterday, if I find out that she is going into my real life, and a lot of times when you search for a person, usually, it's that 6 degrees kind of thing. You can find a person through 6 degrees, meaning six people. So whether it's through a family member, when you search, and I'm when I search for my biological family, I end up finding my great aunts first, and then I had to go through them to find, my aunt. And if I find out that anyone in my family or my close friends is contacted or looked up, I will file charges. I will. I've been through this before, and I'm not going through it again. Right, Black Eagle? She here? Did I see? Yeah, right? I will not go through this again. Black Eagle's adopted too. She found her biological family. Yeah. Her eyes are sunken because the money boat is sinking. Forgive me, Jesus. Rosie, we're all going to hell. And to think I just prayed to St. Anthony yesterday, but I didn't give any money. Jeez, and I am going to hell. They only take cash. I didn't have any cash on me. Oh, why didn't you go to a debit thing? Uh, I don't know. I was too busy. I was really too busy having fun. So what I'm gonna do is next year I'm gonna give double to St. Anthony and pin it on him. No, I'm not fine, Kathy. I'm going to hell. There's a lot of people. Someone told me this who's very familiar with the North End and the Italian superstitions and stuff. It's cute. They raise the statue up as high as they can to the apartment windows, and the Italian woman they have white ribbons and they pin all their money onto it. And a lot of them believe that they can buy their way into heaven. A lot of them think that. So that's when I said to this person, I'm going to hell. You found, oh, basically, you found your bio family 30 years ago, still close with them. Oh, see? That's awesome. I found mine in 1980. Yeah. I can't believe you were thinking of what was that Mass General before it was Mass General. Yes, Rosie had a great comment. She was talking about her grandfather who lived in that area, and it was such a nice story. And it was ironic because yesterday, as we were leaving, we passed Mass General Hospital, and I was literally wondering what was there before that hospital, you know? Um, so do 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 do. Even the way Scoots, hi satire sister, is spoken to at times would be enough for me to say, Senor. Yeah, nobody would talk to me like that, right? But maybe she's codependent. I, you know, That would be one thing I'd like to learn more about, codependency. I've learned so much about narcissism, but I would really like someone who knows something about codependency, who's a creator, has that, to touch on, like we touched on gaslighting and narcissism, but I would really like to learn more about codependency. I should do an adoption panel sometime. Yeah, right. I've met people. I've talked about it, and there are people who come to my channel who are birth mothers, adopted parents, and adoptees, and that is the adoption triangle. Um, we're all connected, right? I would love to do that, Black Eagle. Yeah. And not all stories are great either, the reunions, but I think it'd be great to touch on everything about it. Um, because when I searched, nobody told me. I was living a fantasy most of my life if I found my biological mother. I used to think she was Lucille Ball. Oh yeah, I'm gonna find her. She's gonna be Lucille Ball. And I never thought about a biological father ever, as if my biological mother had me on her own. It's the weirdest thing. So when I did find her and realized she wasn't Lucille Ball, who was my idol, and no one told me either that your biological mother probably went on with her life and got married and had more children, as if to like she was just suspended in space waiting for me. Isn't that weird? And then when I found her, she had married someone else and had more kids. And I never prepared myself for that. And I was an adult, a very young adult. But I lived in that fantasy growing up of wondering, and I created my own illusion. So I was let down in that way. And I had to adjust to having siblings, and it was wild. Yeah. Ethel. Yeah, Black Eagle, without losing it. Wouldn't it be great to lose it though on my channel one night? Let's just go all out. Get it out, everyone. Just put it on the table. Tell us how you really feel. I'll title that too. Tell us how you really feel. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, nature versus nurture. And there's a poem about it. That is the question, nature versus nurture. Mm, yeah, and back in the days when I searched, there was no internet. There, you had to walk to the library to get information. You had to walk to vital statistics to look up birth certificates, marriage certificates, and records were closed, sealed, meaning you had no right to your original birth certificate. No rights. That was like, but I'll tell my story. I will tell my story when we talk about it. All right, so I have to go. Thank you, everyone. It is pitch black out here. It is not the screen of death you were looking at. It is actually, see my hand waving, is actually dark outside. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Yeah, we'll go live. I'll shoot for tomorrow night. So Joanne wanted a link, and we'll chat a little bit, and then we'll get into uh, trivia. Maybe later on in the live, go from under 18 trivia. It's not all just trivia. It's a lot of fun stuff to maybe 18 plus trivia, and you'll laugh. You'll have fun. Just all I ask, you have to bring one thing. All I ask, you bring your sexy. Bring your sexy. Not your pubic wigs. No. No. Yes, those are a real thing. Google pubic wigs, click images or shopping. It is a real thing. And it started in the Victorian ages and it's still trending. So I'll leave you with that. Yes, I dated satire. I dated a family member without knowing it. Oh, do I have stories? Small world. It's a small world. And I loved him very much. I was very much in love with him. And he was in love with me. And I'll tell you how I found out. The shock. And that we continue to date each other. No, more, no, we kind of just. Yeah, I'll talk about it another time. You never leave home without your sexy, good for you pubic wig. Yes, look it up, Tracy. Pubic, not public. Pubic wig. Click either images or shopping. You won't see anything pornography wise. You'll just see the actual wig. Well, or maybe you won't. Or look up shopping. I don't know. Don't go too deep into the internet, okay? But you'll see, people who sell them, they'll have a display. But look them up and learn about the history of them. They started in the Victorian ages, and those are one of my fun fact questions, multiple choice. Why? Why did a woman wear these pubic wigs in the Victorian ages? Okay, and I'm not going to tell you. That's your homework. Look it up. Yes, J May. You're sexy as parked somewhere in the garage. Better than the basement. British shipping. I never Google anything from YouTube chatters. Saw that. Davita, thank you again for that lovely email, Davita. Paisley, take care. Don't worry about anything. We got ya. We got ya. All right. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night. Maybe around, I don't know, 9 o'clock. Make it a little bit early. 8 o'clock, 9. I'll put something on my community post. I'll set something up. I'll put a invitation thingy up. Okay. Hi, Vicky. All right. Take care, everyone. Good night.